everything that we saw on film is what we saw in the game. We just got gashed too many times. Honestly, thought coming into this game that we had a good chance of beating them, but their offense is, better than a lot of people thought, and got to get our hats off to them. I feel like, I don't know if it was a matter of wearing us down, because I felt like everyone was in shape, like I said, and everyone was, in their right fits, but I don't know, just their offense was, just so fast-paced and so many different things going on. I don't know, I guess we just couldn't stop it.
We just got to execute throughout the whole game. We can't do it for one quarter, we can't do it for 2 quarters, we got to do it for the whole game. So they executed more than we did, so that's why we got the results that we did.
Were you guys tired at the end of the game at all?
I think that we did a good job rotating. The way we rotated, we got some guys, appreciate it. We got some guys fresh, and come in with fresh legs. Like we got Marshall Jones to get in there, get a lot more snaps, and he was able to come in there for me and Javante. So I don't think that being tired wasn't the issue. It was just we stay out, execute us at the end. To tell you the truth, the toughest part with this offense is getting lined up. When you get lined up and you can read your keys, that's when we were able to do well. When we got momentum, we were able to slow the game down for ourselves. We were able to execute. And so the big thing was just getting lined up and be able to play football. And we knew that was going to be the challenge coming into this game. And it just didn't work out for us. We have athletes just like they do, so we can run with them. That wasn't an issue. It all came down to execution, and we didn't get with the results that we wanted.
This is my first time really being in a game like this against a fast-paced, up-tempo team. And like I said, they didn't even run a lot of plays. They just run the same plays to perfection. They wait till you break down as a defense. And there's times when we didn't break down and they didn't have a chance against us. And the times we did, they capitalized on us. Because we had them. It was early in the game, but we knew we could stop them. We stopped them multiple times this game. We knew we can do it if we played the way we were supposed to play and didn't make mistakes on defense. Being disciplined. When you have a gap, you got to stay in your gap. Regardless of what's going on. And if you don't, they do a good job of pulling it when they're supposed to or giving it off to Michael James. And we had to stay in our gaps.
We were in a rhythm, and for whatever reason we got out of it, then we went back in it, and then we went out of it. It wasn't consistent, and that's what we needed tonight was 4 quarters of solid football. And it seems like only the first quarter and the start of the second half, the third quarter, where we were rocking, and you could tell the stadium was in it, and we were rolling with the turnover ratio, and then finishing, I think, was what we didn't do. And the end of the first half and the end of the second half, and you can't win when you don't do that. When it mattered, we didn't score, and we had chances. But Oregon played a great game. They're a good defense, and their offense speaks for itself. But they played well. They made plays when they had to, and we didn't make plays. Near flawless, and that was what we had anticipated coming into this, and we didn't do that. And on both sides of the ball, and so. They're a very good team.
Obviously, hats off to Oregon's staff and players. They did a phenomenal job today, coming in here as the #1 team in the country with all the pressure on them. Thought they did a great job. Obviously, we helped them a lot. We did not play very well. Thought it was kind of 2 different teams as far as us. I thought in the first quarter we were good and played well enough to win. I thought in the second quarter, all of a sudden we did the things that teams do that lose to them. All of a sudden we got out of gaps, we turned the ball over. And in the third quarter we came out with great energy, took the lead in the third quarter. Didn't seem like it, but we took the lead in the third quarter, played well there early, and then I think went on a 0-24 run. And so, I think that as you look at it, we saw how to play them. We just did it for a little bit, and then unfortunately the other times they ran up and down on the field on us, and we did a terrible job on third down. We gave them the ball back way too many times. I thought our defense at points played well enough to win, and I thought our offense was terrible today, and obviously that starts with myself. And I thought I'd have the feeling like we couldn't even breathe out there, and it was so fast we couldn't even get lined up. I thought we got lined up well today, comparable to what some other teams had done. And then if you're going to give them that many chances and fail that many times on offense, those are 2 great players. The quarterback and the tailback had career days today. I said it all week. I don't care if you try to slow the game down or speed it up, whatever you do, you better score touchdowns against them. And so if it takes 30 seconds or if it takes 10 minutes, no matter. I know people, want to have this game plan of coming in versus them and let the play clock run out and slow it down. We did not do that today at all, and because you got to score, and so it wouldn't do any good to slow it down. And I think if your team, well, who am I to say we just got blown out? But I think if your team feels that mentality, that you're slowing it down and you're running the clock down all the time, it'd be hard for me to face our guys. And so, we've got to play a much better end of the game for the last quarter and a half. We took the lead in the third quarter, and weren't able to hold on to it, which has happened to us a number of times this year. I'm not worried about our guys. We're gonna answer the same questions all week that we answered after Washington. Oh, now you're not gonna go 13-0, and then after Stanford, two in a row. Now what are you playing for? And we came out and our guys played great the next week versus Cal. So we'll go back to work. That's what I told them. We'll go back to work. We won't change what we're doing. We'll go back and work extremely hard, and we'll be here 7 days from now, and we'll play a lot better.
You mentioned about